If you go to Fiji and you're walking along the beach and you see another Fijian, they don't say bula, they say bula! Okay, so when you go to Fiji, you'll know how to say hello. My story is that I lived in New Zealand for 25 years, and my very best girlfriend was quarter Fijian, quarter Chinese, and half Kiwi. And that's not the bird, that's what New Zealanders call themselves, Kiwis. And she was a client of mine for a long time, and then we became very close friends. In fact, she came over and lived with us for 6 weeks. It was quite fun showing her the good old US of A. She was fascinated with squirrels. And just things that we don't think about in our yard.
That's hysterical.
So Rosemary said, would you like to experience the real Fiji? And I said, sure. So her family is kind of like royalty in Fiji. Her grandfather was Chinese, came over to Fiji, and he started up a sandalwood exporting business, which greatly increased the economy. So he was quite revered. So she is kind of part of that. So, and then her grandfather married a Fijian lady. They had 8 kids. And of course then, you know, Rosemary's got all kinds of relatives there. And so one of her relatives, Simonis, wanted to give me a massage. And you know, when you're on an adventure or a vacation, you know, just like, you know, you just want to shut off. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to have to help this poor little native boy, you know, and you know, I just want a break. So I kind of put him off for a while. And then I thought, okay, I'm prepared to help him. You know, I can get back into work mode. And of course, I'm not his teacher, I'm his student. And you know, it's just amazing, just amazing. And of course, the Fijian's foot is about this big. And so you're on the ground, you're using feet, and I thought, oh, this won't fly. You know, this was a great experience, I really enjoyed it, but you know, this is nothing that you know, New Zealanders, Americans, or you know, anybody is really going to want. So I just didn't do anything with it, and for 6 months. And then I had a client come in, and he was planning on running a marathon, and he had scar tissue on his calves, and the marathon was in 3 weeks. And I said, you know, I don't want to take your money because I can't achieve your goals for you. So he's walking out the door, and I said, well, there was this quite deep technique that I learned in Fiji, and you know, if you're willing to try it. So I didn't have my pads or anything, you know, just threw him on the floor. He white knuckled it through because the calves are very, very tight, or very, very sensitive. And not only did he run the marathon, but he beat his own best time. And you know, he was willing to put up with all of the excruciating pain to get there. So then I started kind of whispering to my regular clients, and then I thought, you know, you don't have to have the excruciating pain. You know, it's just like when I learned cross-fiber deep tissue. I bruised everybody for 2 years. And I was taught that your clients are going to bruise. And they got better, and they kept coming to me. And then I thought, well, you know, if I slow it down a little bit, if I warm it up a little bit, if I do a little bit of pausing to let the blood get in, and I quit bruising people. So I thought, okay, I can do the same with the Fijian. Now, when you're in Fiji and you're a massage therapist, no, you're not a massage therapist. You know, you're a man of the village. You go out and you work your fields and your plantations, and you might have to walk 4 or 5 miles to get to where you work. You come back and somebody's back hurts. So they come knocking on your door, and you give them a massage, maybe 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes, and you know, they might say thank you, they might give you a chicken, you know, whatever. So in Fiji, it's not like you book a half an hour or an hour, it's not like you're getting paid. And so it kind of made sense that they would do it fast, that you would be a little sore afterwards, but you got better. You know, Americans, they don't want to be stiff and sore the next day. So I just slowed it down, and added the pauses and added a little bit of friction movements, and you don't have excruciating pain. Okay? And I don't believe in excruciating pain. Good pain is fine. You know, it's like you're getting in there. But as students today, don't think, oh, I have to undergo this excruciating pain so that the other person can experience. No, we don't want them to learn that that is a good way of behaving anyway. So when you're receiving, if you don't want it deeper, then just say so. Mark and I are happy to jump down and have you do the deep work on us. So that's not a problem if you don't want it deeper. When I started whispering in the ears of my regular clients, I didn't really keep notes. And when they'd come again, I was lucky. I had a room that was big enough to have the floor set up and the table set up. And I had the table all set up, and they'd say, oh, I want that floor stuff. And so that helped me gain more and more confidence. And you know, within a year, people would walk in, and I would say, and this is what I want you to do, is ask them, do you want a deep massage or a really deep massage? What are they going to say? Really They're going to say really deep. Okay. Then you say, I learned this advanced technique from a lady who lived in New Zealand for 25 years and learned it from a relative of her friend in Fiji. And I use my feet. You're on the floor. I do not walk on you. Would you like to try it for 5 minutes? Okay, you got the idea there? Somebody calls you and says, I want a deep tissue massage. Oh great, come over here, I'm going to use my feet. You're going to think it's fabulous, it's going to really get in there. You know? Yeah. So you don't warn them ahead of time. You wait till they come. Now if they don't want a really deep massage, and then you put them on the table, if you want to ruin your hands, then you go as deep as they want. If you're not going as deep as they want, then say, well, the technique where I use my feet, you're on the floor. I have never had anyone refuse 5 minutes. You leave all your clothes on, it's before you've disrobed, and I say, you can always go from the table, from the floor to the table, but you can't go from the table to the floor.